The alarm blared through the celestial virtue. A Galactic Alliance research vessel, as Melissa stumbled through the corridor clutching her throat. Her partner, Tanner, had collapsed moments earlier in the observation deck after they'd both sampled what their Zentari crewmate, Dr. Vixalon, had assured them was a perfectly safe recreational beverage. Human down. Human down. Dixalon's translator screeched as his forearms flailed in panic. The mantis-like alien's compound eyes widened in horror as he watched Melissa drop to her knees, gasping. Medical Officer Krillinox burst from the medbay, his gelatinous form rippling with urgency. "Where's the other human? The male?" He went that way. Vixalon chittered, pointing down the corridor with two of his trembling appendages, said he needed to walk it off. I tried to stop him, but he just walked away. Krillinox's translucent body flushed a deep purple, the Glornian equivalent of extreme distress. Walk it off? He's been poisoned with Zentari relaxation nectar. For humans, that's a Class 7 neurotoxin. His nervous system should be completely paralyzed by now. Two other crew members rushed to support Melissa, lifting her carefully. She groaned, her face pale and sweating. I'm okay. Just dizzy. No, you're not okay. Krillinox's voice rose to a panicked warble. You need immediate treatment. Bring her to medbay now. As they carried Melissa down the corridor, Krillinox turned to Vixalon. How much did they consume? Only a small sip each, maybe 30 milliliters. I swear I didn't know it would affect them like this. The Zentari was practically vibrating with anxiety. My species uses it to relax after long shifts. It's completely harmless to us, harmless to you, lethal to them. Krillinox extended a pseudopod and slapped it against the wall panel, accessing the medical database. Zentari nectar contains compounds that completely shut down mammalian neural pathways. Humans should be in full paralysis within minutes of exposure. Where did the male go? Toward the recreation sector, I think, Vixalon said miserably. Krillinox's body rippled with frustration. Send a security team. He's probably unconscious somewhere. We need to find him before the medbay doors hissed open as they brought Melissa inside. Krillinox immediately began setting up the detoxification equipment, his multiple pseudopods, working simultaneously to prepare injections and configure the biopurifier. Melissa, can you hear me? He asked, carefully inserting an IV line into her arm. She nodded weakly. Yeah, feels like worst hangover ever. Before the hangover, your neural conductivity is dropping rapidly, Krillinox explained, monitoring the readouts. The toxin is attacking your nervous system. You're going to feel much worse before you feel better, but we caught it early. You'll survive. Where's Tanner? She managed to ask. Before anyone could answer, the medbay doors opened again. Tanner walked in, looking slightly flushed, carrying a steaming cup in his hand. Hey guys, what's all the commotion? Melissa, you okay? Every alien in the room froze. Krillinox's entire body went rigid and slowly turned a pale yellow, the color of complete shock. You're walking. Yeah, Tanner took a sip from his cup. Why wouldn't I be? I'm just grabbing some coffee. That drink Vix made was weird. Gave me a killer headache and made my legs feel like jelly for a minute, but I'm good now. Caffeine helps. Caffeine? Vixalon whispered, his voice barely audible. You ingested another stimulant? On top of the neurotoxin? Tanner shrugged. Look, I figured if my nervous system was getting depressed, I needed to wake it up, right? Plus coffee always helps. Is Melissa all right? Krillinox slowly approached Tanner, extending a sensory pseudopod to scan him. His body cycled through several colors, yellow to green to a shocked pink. This is impossible. Your neural readings show you were exposed to the same toxin, the same concentration. But your recovery rate is... He paused, recalculating. Approximately 400 times faster than any recorded mammalian species. Humans metabolize toxins differently, Tanner said, moving to Melissa's side and taking her hand. Hey, Mel, hang in there. She squeezed his hand weakly. You and your... stupid coffee. Solution. Krillinox was frantically reviewing his medical console. This doesn't make sense. According to every database we have, humans should be the most vulnerable to this compound. Your neural chemistry, your brain structure, it should all make you incredibly susceptible. Maybe that's why it hits us hard initially, Tanner suggested. But our bodies are really good at fighting back. We evolved on a death world, remember? Earth has thousands of naturally occurring toxins. Our ancestors survived by getting really good at metabolizing poison. But this fast? Vixalan approached cautiously, his earlier panic now replaced with scientific curiosity. You're already recovering and she's... He gestured to Melissa, who was indeed looking better than she had moments ago, her color returning. How long have I been hooked up to this? Melissa asked groggily. For minutes, Krillinox said, checking the timer. And I'm already feeling better. She tried to sit up, and while Krillinox protested, she managed it with Tanner's help. See, we're tough. Tough is an understatement, Krillinox muttered, his body settling into a contemplative blue. I need to completely revise the human medical protocols. Again, this is the third time this month. Tanner grinned. What were the other 2 times? You broke your arm in the cargo bay and refused sedation during the bone-knitting procedure. Then Melissa contracted Thorian flu and was up walking around within 6 hours instead of the expected 2 weeks. We heal fast, Melissa said with a weak smile. Vixalan approached cautiously, his antennae drooping apologetically. I am so sorry. I nearly killed you both, nearly, Tanner said, clapping the alien on one of his 4 shoulders. But you didn't. No harm, no foul. How can you be so calm? Vixalan's voice quavered. I poisoned you, accidentally, Melissa corrected. And hey, now you know humans can survive Zentari nectar. That's useful data. Krillinox made a sound like bubbles popping, the Glornian equivalent of exasperated laughter. Useful data. You humans will be the death of me. Or you'll make me the galaxy's foremost expert on impossible biology. Why not both? Tanner offered, raising his coffee cup in a mock toast, as Melissa's vitals continued to stabilize at an impossible rate. Krillinox returned to his console, already composing yet another amendment to the medical database. Notes section. He added a new entry that was becoming increasingly common in human-related files. Human resilience continues to defy all established medical understanding. Recommend assuming humans will survive anything that doesn't immediately kill them and potentially some things that should.